I know those are just words to you, but the people that went to the Pickup Artist Convention got to be there with the best in the world. That's what the invitation was. Did you ever see the Bruce Lee movie, Enter the Dragon? Anybody? Enter the Dragon. The letter goes out to the best fighters in the world. They end up on an island, right? That's what this was. An invitation to the best pickup artists in the world, and seduction artists, to be on one stage for once, ever, never been done. Okay, and whoever was there, some of you guys were there, it was not, here's the point, I'm not in their category, I'm not in their level, and I don't choose to be, okay? Some of you guys got to see me outside. You don't never see me really game, I hate going to clubs and shit. Some of you got to see it, you saw some unbelievable shit. The person who saw the most was Beast, because he got to hang out with me for days. You're welcome to talk to him and find out what the fuck he saw, because it was unreal. So this means I'm great, right? It's irrelevant. I'm going to lecture to you about something, and these lectures are going to continuously now be at this level. What made the difference between our company and who we are and every other fucking pickup artist out there was that they were all doing the same thing, and we're doing something totally different. Simple. Wow, you missed some shit, bro. You missed some shit. I don't even know. There's recognition laugh, he was there. So I'm going to continue to push forward in that field. Okay? That's so different, that nobody can touch. And I'm going to talk to you about that today for about 20 minutes. Let me look at my clock and have it here in a second. Because otherwise I'll probably talk for the whole night. Alrighty, here we go. Let's do a 20-minute mark and make it happen. So, let's talk about this. The idea of rejection, right? Even the word rejection is ugly. It does something to you, rejection. You're rejected, okay? Rejection, no one likes you. She rejected you, okay? I'm going to speak to you about power. Because that was the difference between me and everybody else. It wasn't that I was a better pickup artist, nor do I care about that. I care that when I stepped up, it was a dragon compared to little tiny people. And there was a definite difference between us. So I'm interested in power. Because you're going to get the girl. Guaranteed. Come here, study, you'll get girls. Okay? Done. But that's the beginning. Girls are a good indicator. Game is a good indicator of your self-growth. Because you could do a lot of stuff, but it's difficult facing rejection from a female. And you have to work it yourself a lot, yes? So let's talk about power for a second and the idea of rejection. Power has certain laws. I've been saying this for a while now. They're not Robert's Green book called the 48 Laws of Power. That's different. That's Homo sapiens' 48 Laws of Power. Then there's another level of power, which I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to give you a law, okay? Whatever this universe gives you, whatever it feeds you, if it's a negative thing in quotes, negative, it's a bad thing, I want you, for a minute, to enter my world. I want you to stand up to it, get a good position, face it, and say, is this all you got? You gotta do better than that. Like, seriously. That's it? Did you think I was so weak that a rejection from a girl would prevent me from my purpose? Let's go, dude. You're the goddamn universe. You're the god or devil, whatever the fuck you believe in. You gotta have more than that shit. So then the next girl comes up and goes, whack, you fucking pervert. And you go, that's more like it. But there's gotta be more than that. I mean, if all you could give me is a slap from a fucking bitch, which kind of turned me on, you gotta give me more than this. Now, personally, myself, and this doesn't mean you, myself, that's what I'm speaking from. If I had the opportunity to take all the sadness in the world and all the evil in the world, I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart, if I had the ability to take all the sadness and evil in the world and take it all in me, and if at that moment my life was the worst life that was ever lived on this planet from beginning to the end of time, but if it resulted in my family and my friends and the people I love never ever having to feel those emotions ever again, I would gladly take it. I'm curious, is there anybody else here who feels similar? Just be honest. Perfect. Okay. Now if that's true, then when something bad happens, I step up and I say, you gotta give me more. Give me all of it on this planet. But see, if that happens, the whole scale unbalances. And whoever created this fucking mess, it's because it's a fucking mess on this planet, doesn't really want to do that. So I believe in shit like this. And you might go, well, he's crazy. Well, I might be crazy, but if you had seen me in set, you'd want to be crazy too. Because this equals women taking off their clothes, taking off other people's clothes, and all kinds of other shit. Just by talking to them. And not even knowing them. I don't want to say the other stuff on camera right now. So let's just say I'm crazy, but that's okay. They thought Einstein was crazy too. So, if I could take all of it, I would. So anytime something happens that is like a bad thing, I just go, that was labeled by a weak, pathetic being. And for me, I have a different frame. I go, is that it? Really? I'm supposed to now flinch or shake or shiver or be scared because I got rejected, because I lost money, because I got in a car accident, or because I had a boo-boo on my arm, or because, you know, my business lost 5 or 10 people. Am I supposed to actually flinch on that shit? Because, wow, it's fucking pathetic. Give me more. Now, the universe has a special law to it, laws of power, is that what you don't resist seems to just fucking go away. And what you resist, you know in scary movies that kind of know this shit? It's always the characters like, don't go outside, that one dies first. The one that kind of like resists everything is dead. And the one that doesn't give a shit seems to live. Tarot cards, T-A-R-O-T, old knowledge on this planet, right? There's a card called the Fool. Eyes closed or blindfolded, they portray different ways. Walking head up, about to walk off the cliff, or sometimes walking on alligator heads, and dog barking at his feet. That's a symbol of what I'm telling you. Now, if you've seen Batman, The Dark Knight, the Joker is a symbol of the Fool, the archetype of the Fool tarot card. The Joker. That's what a Joker is. But that guy seems to get away with shit. So I told my kickboxing class today, I said, you are doing it wrong. Never tell your child when he's growing up, it's cold outside, put on a jacket, you might catch a cold. Tell him the opposite. Honey, come here, it's cold outside. I want you to go out there without your shirt, and your pants for that fucking matter, and I want you to stand in that cold, and I want you to create some heat in your body. Mom, it's too cold. Don't give me that shit. Get out there. Get out there and recognize that you're more than the weather. Kid goes out there, but I'm freezing. Now do something, son. 2 choices now, son. Freeze to death or create heat. Now, do I know it's possible to create heat in the body? Absolutely. The yogis have been doing this shit for a long time. Okay? But that kid's 4 years old. And you're his dad or mom. And he's going to believe you. And he fucking better believe you. Because you're actually telling the truth. That kid's going to be a monster later. Tell your kid, listen, you like girls in school? I want you to go and tell every single girl in your class, ugly and pretty, how incredibly beautiful they are. But if they go out with any other guy, they're going to be ugly and fat and nasty. But if they go with you, and they come to the house today and hang out with you, they're going to be a princess, a goddess. And I want you to see how many times they say no, and how many times you could laugh in their face and go, you just got fat and ugly. And son, if you do really, really well, and if it gets to the point where nobody wants to talk to you in this school, I will take you from this school, put you in another school, and I will buy you 2 bikes, not 1, 2. Really? Yes, go. Now I know you're going to be scared, but you know what? That's nothing. Because life will give you fear, but you have to be strong enough to take on everyone's fear. 6, 7-year-old boy, man, if I had a kid, it would be a fucking monster. Or in an insane asylum, one or the other. We don't know. No one's done this yet. Somebody did. Alexander the Great's mom did in history. She told her son that his dad was Zeus, because she didn't like the dad. Zeus was the god of gods. So she sat the young Alexander down and said, Alexander, I want you to know your dad is not around, because he's in Olympus ruling all the gods, but he's always watching you. And every time you need him, just think about him, and he's thinking about you. You're Zeus's son. And he was like, okay, mom ain't lying. So he'd go to battle with no armor, grab a knife, and run through the fucking army and kill the main guy. In his mind, Zeus is, my dad's God. You know, fucking spear me? Try it, asshole. And people would drop that. He became Alexander the Great. Right? So there's that in our history if you want to look at it. But here we are currently making history. When it's all over, hopefully, and they will, they talk about me. You know, that guy was crazy. He tried to make the gods go on their knees. And I think he did. Yeah, I will. So here's the teaching. You might be resisting getting rejected. You might be resisting, you want her to like you. I have a new frame of mind for you. It's all about frame control in the end. I'm just giving you my world. Okay, you're glimpsing through the world for a second, my world. I want to be rejected. I want to be not liked. I want to stand here and finish this lecture and you guys go, that guy is insane. But then I did my job. I have no resistance to that. And if you do that, you feed into what I want. But guess what happens when I have no resistance? I can stand here and comfortably, with no tension, speak my truth, and it affects you differently.